How did we meet first? It was about, I think, 1997, and we met at both the Amsterdam Hyde Cannabis and at the cannabis show in Switzerland, I believe. Yeah. Was it in Bern? Or?
It was somewhere.
Yeah. I think it was in Bern.
It was in Bern.
Yeah. Yes. Sorry, sometimes I forget details. And since then, we've seen each other several times every year.
Get together.
I am much more optimistic about the future of marijuana now than I have been for some time, largely because of its acceptance by vast majority of people I come across, certainly, of its medicinal value. I mean, the recreational value I've known about for a long time. The medicinal value is only recently coming, and now it's scientifically and properly tested. I feel this is an exciting moment, and that's where we're going. And, you know, we need the best hydroponics to do it.
Howard, who would have thought in our lifetime we'd see America legalize recreational cannabis?
The projects at the moment, the most important thing, what Howard was talking about, is the CBD crew. It's evolving project for a medical grade cannabis seed enriched in CBD, and basically Mr. Nice joined up with Resin Seed, and in the last 2 years it's become a very big project. We now have 12 different seed companies we're manufacturing seed for with high CBD, and many people have joined the CBD crew. The Dutch Passion, Paradise, Barney's Farm, Eva Seed, Medical Seed, Dinner Femme. Many people have come to us now to enrich their varieties in CBD. So like Critical, for example, we're enriching it to over 4% of CBD, because many people are making extractions nowadays, and for the extraction in the medical market, these extractions high in CBD having very good anti-inflammatory effects and anti-seizure effects, and so we're seeing a lot of research going into this, and we've been on it for the last 4 years, and we're ahead of everybody with that in the breeding wise. So we invited them into the project. It's slowly just evolving, and everyone's coming on board, so I feel very good with it, and yeah, it's a good project.
Well, generally, I mean, I'm always writing, and I'm always talking to the public, either in shows or lectures or discussions, debates, television, everything like that. So I still do that to try and help people, you know, acquire the information that has made me happy and the expertise and everything. And also involved with the CBD crew, because I'd like to use the expertise we've gained with sort of recreational marijuana to put it to a medical use. So those are the three important things now.
I think the CannaFest is by far the most internationally business-oriented of all the trade shows I've been to. We have customers here from as far away as Japan, as far away as St. Petersburg, Russia, as close as Croatia, and everywhere else in Europe. I think it's going to be the must-do come trade show from now until the future. Unless the politicians fuck it up.
The cannabis industry in the Czech Republic is very fast growing. It's much more liberal than what I actually thought it would be. And last night we went to a few shops around town, and I've never seen such big shops in my life selling. It looks like you drive in with a truck and load up your cocoa fiber and your nutrients and everything. So it's much bigger than what I expected it to be in such a short amount of time. But I'm very proud to be associated with it. Undergrow TV. I think the most important thing in the future is the web, is the internet, and many people are watching, as Howard said, many people watching online TV programs nowadays. In fact, I usually only watch those things after I get back home, and you can replay them, so I think it's a very important medium, and I'm happy to be associated with it.
Nuestra aventura americana nos llevó hasta Las Vegas, la ciudad más grande del estado de Nevada. Es uno de los principales destinos turísticos del país, principalmente por sus casinos. Por ello, es conocida como la capital del entretenimiento mundial, la ciudad del pecado o la capital de las segundas oportunidades. Su calle principal, conocida como Strip, tiene una longitud de 6,4 kilómetros y es una de las avenidas más filmadas y fotografiadas de los Estados Unidos. Muchos de los hoteles, casinos y resorts más grandes del mundo están localizados en la Strip, y el último año tuvo más de 40 millones de turistas, convirtiéndose en la ciudad más visitada de Estados Unidos. En esta ocasión, recorrimos sus calles para llegar hasta la casa de Jay Jackson, que nos esperaba para hablarnos de su empresa, Advanced Hydroponics. En 1994, Jay Jackson, fundador actual de Advanced Hydroponics de Holanda, se comprometió a encontrar una alternativa a los fertilizantes disponibles de entonces y buscó una fórmula que combinara facilidad de uso, eficiencia y precios competitivos. Así nació Dutch Formula, el fertilizante líquido estrella del mercado.
We want to interview you in your country and also to take the chance to tell you thank you so much for your help. JJ, when did you start your relationship with cannabis?
Oh, in my youth, another lifetime ago. I'm a product of the 60s. We smoked and we toked, and everything seemed to be normal. I continued on. I started growing in the mid-60s outdoors in Santa Cruz Mountains. Moved indoors as soon as the metal halides came out and allowed enough lighting, and still growing.
JJ, when did you start with your company Dutch Formula, and what is the reason you decide to do it?
My wife and I went to Europe on a holiday in about 85, 86, and I saw an opportunity. I saw that there was a very liberal society. Coffee shops were just coming up, and the weed was awful. I saw a need for a professional flower plant food, especially for cannabis. The gardens that I saw over there on my holiday, they were feeding them anything from rose plant food to tulip plant food, and poor results. There was no official grow shop at the time in the area. So again, my wife and I spent some time in Holland, really enjoyed the people, the culture, the liberal area, the fact that you could, for Americans, the fact that you could, sit out in public and smoke a joint and have a policeman walk by without having to run for cover. That was quite exhilarating at the time. So we moved over and I opened a small retail shop in Amsterdam on the Pipe. Started growing along with Arjen from the greenhouse. We started growing in a partnership, and he took me out to Alsmeer to the Dutch Flower Nutrient Research Center, and we developed what's later known as Dutch Formula, designed specifically for cannabis.
JJ, what makes Dutch Formula so special?
From a small retail shop, as soon as Germany became liberal, which was the first trade show, grow shops opened, I saw the opportunity to get out of Holland. Germans, would come into our shop in Holland and have no trouble peeling out the marks and no problem. The Dutch would come in, very difficult to get a Dutchman to take money out of his pocket and put it in your hand. So as soon as Germany became liberal, it was like a domino effect across Europe. What was next? Austria, Switzerland, Italy, Czech Republic, and on. I guess,
either smart enough or fortunate enough to get out of Holland early, get into the outside of countries, and come with their labels, with their own language, come with a simple, very effective nutrient solution, and we've been successful ever since.
What will you tell the people to encourage them to try your products, to change for the brand that they are using now and try your products?
It's a professional cannabis plant food. Very simple formula, easy to use, and the only suggestion that I've ever made is that a grower that has established their own plant food or a different plant food was to try ours in a small section and let their eyes tell them the difference, let the scale tell them the difference, and it's economical.
Actualmente, más de 60 distribuidores en 22 países de todo el mundo están suministrando sus productos. En todo el mundo, decenas de miles de productores, incluyendo al famoso Howard Marks, más conocido como Mr. Nice, y Shanti Baba, están utilizando Dutch Fórmula con su Grow, Bloom y Micro, y Natural Power, estimuladores y aditivos orgánicos.
In how many countries is Dutch Formula available?
58 or 59 distributors throughout the world. Ireland, England, Scotland, all of Europe, Japan, New Zealand, Russia, Finland.
I know that you collaborate with Scott Blade and Howard Marks, and you have a relationship with them, you know. Are they using your products?
Well, I met Scott, God, 21 years ago. As soon as he started growing, which he came to grow, he and Ari both in the greenhouse, they were using Dutch Formula, our products. When Scott moved to Switzerland, when it was perfectly legal, he set up a huge operation there on the Italian side, and has used our plant food from day one. I mean, he's mentioned in the past that he's tried some of the other popular brands, but he recommends our plant food, he uses it, and Scott and I have had a strong friendship, a strong collaboration. Through Scott, I met Howard Marks, Mr. Nice, in Switzerland about 17, 18 years ago. And again, we had extremely mutual interest in smoking and growing cannabis.
What is your relationship with the CBD Crew, and what is the CBD Crew doing?
Mr. Nice Seed Bank has been the pioneer for the CBD genetics to produce different strains and different, I guess for lack of a better word, different strengths of CBD or different ratios CBD to THC. He's collaborated with several of the European seed companies to produce genetics for them. I know Jaime, there's two girls from Norway. I know, and Scott and Howard, they started the CBD Crew with no profit, no money. The Norwegian gals, I'm sorry girls, I can't remember your names now. You know, they agreed to work with Jaime and Scott for little, if any, salary until things started working better. I was very happy to invite the whole bunch of them, the CBD Crew, to the trade show in Prague. Being the main sponsor there, I was able to have them do a very interesting lecture on the different aspects of CBD. The little knowledge that I've gained on this issue is that there's a lot of people talking about CBD, and there's a lot of them don't know exactly what they're talking about. That's the best I can say. It seems to be the new buzzword. CBD this, CBD that. I'm very, very proud to be affiliated with the real deals. You know, they're in it for the medical aspect of it. The gals tell me that they spend hours answering emails on Skype, you know, where they're getting patients from all over the world calling and asking, you know, for information, how to use it, where they can get it. All of these interesting things that, quite frankly, Sergio, 40 years ago, 30 years ago, an American would never have dreamed that this was going to happen.
Yeah. Okay, JJ, thank you so much for your interview. We love to walk around your area here so we can see probably some babies. All right, so let's do it.